Tzu Chi International School helps to cultivate kindness to build a new hospital in Indonesia. Mozambique volunteers distribute Jingsi multifunctional folding beds and care for local residents. Welcome to Idai Headlines. I'm Maggie Tai. Thank you for joining us. Indonesia's Tzu Chi Hospital began its construction in 2015 and is estimated to be launched at the end of next year. Before the hospital opens, the medical team went to remote villages to provide free clinics. The Tzu Chi International School next to the hospital has also been cultivating kindness for the hospital, hoping to spread the great love to more people in need. The Tzu Chi Hospital in Indonesia began construction in 2015 and is still in progress. As the building is taking shape, the software of the hospital is also being tested.
Tzu Chi Hospital will be a paperless hospital, so we are digitalize everything. Now we have two systems. One is the medical information system for the patient, and another one is management system in the office. Both systems are being integrated and tested.
On top of everything, the training of medical staff is the most important task. Before the hospital opens, the medical team goes to remote villages to provide free clinics.
As part of the Tzu Chi big family, we all understand the meaning of gratitude, respect, and love. So now we're going to the community to offer free clinic to impoverished and sick patients and give love to those in need.
Di dalam kegiatan itu untuk bakti sosial ke masyarakat.
Great love has also spread to the Tzu Chi International School neighboring the Tzu Chi Hospital. Teachers and students have started a donation campaign this year, where every Friday students make a donation to fund patient beds for the hospital.
The hospital is large and we need enormous funds to buy all of the equipment. We hope to motivate the public to show love with little money because they can accumulate it to be a great power. Our school has plans to donate hospital beds. Teachers and students have already cultivated about $110,000.
Children's compassion has moved many volunteers. Since mid-August, there are also stands that sell vegetarian snacks in the Jingsi Hall for fundraising.
We're here to sell the Jingsi instant noodle, and Sandar and mothers have made some home-cooked vegetarian cuisines for fundraising.
In Malaysia, Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter continues to raise funds to build the Tzu Chi International School. Since July, the volunteers have started making mooncakes as a fundraisers. Take a look.
This is a team of volunteers who are making mooncakes at Kuala Lumpur Jingsi Hall to raise funds for the Tzu Chi International School.
For a charitable cause, funding the Tzu Chi International School. I feel great because while I still can, I like to help people with the strength.
The volunteers aim to make 70,000 mooncakes this year. Since July, volunteers take turns to participate.
About 60 to 70 volunteers participate in the mooncake making process every day. While some of them have experience, other people are newcomers.
They are learning patiently. If they don't do it right the first time, they try for the second time. If they cannot do it well today, they will come back tomorrow. In this large group, everyone has to be considerate and tolerant. This is the Tzu Chi spirit.
The Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter is making mooncakes of 4 flavors. The volunteers are mindful in preparing the cake skin, filling, and packaging.
The temperature cannot be too high. Chocolate will melt if the temperature is too high.
During the making process, the mooncakes might not look pretty at the beginning. After baking them and cooling off, when you take a look on the second day, every mooncake looks beautiful.
In the mooncake making team, everyone is doing his or her best. We have to shoulder the responsibilities, regardless of who we are. With such perseverance and courage, we can overcome many challenges.
Despite the hard work, the volunteers are happy to give of themselves to help build the Tzu Chi International School for future generations.
Tzu Chi International School in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia will be officially open next year. To prepare for this, students from Taiwan used their summer break to travel to Kuala Lumpur to give performances at the Jingsi Hall. Through these various performances, the audience not only witnessed the beauty of arts, but also Tzu Chi's humanitarian education.
Students of Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University gave a performance involving martial arts and music at the Jingsi Hall in Kuala Lumpur. The performances are presented by Tzu Chi Senior High School's troupe for Chinese music, martial arts, and dance.
那么今年呢，5月1号。
On May 1st of this year, the enrollment of Tzu Chi International School in Kuala Lumpur saw more than 5,000 people. Actually, these parents who came to sign up for Tzu Chi International School hadn't yet been able to see what the students were like. There are students of Hualien Tzu Chi Senior High School in the photos that we use in the introduction. So today we brought the students to these audiences to let them know the students who have been educated by Tzu Chi are like this.
慈济教育所培养出来的学生就是这个样子。
很赞叹啦，真的这一班小朋友哈。
I am very impressed by this class of children. We can see the success of our education because their temperament is different and it seems to be internalized.
真的，因为很内，感觉很内化的。
Parents can see the children's growth in this performance. It also gives the students a chance to spread Taiwan's beauty to more people through arts.
In Malaysia, Tzu Chi Recycling Education Station in Sungai Nibong has established a Tzu Chi Book Adoption Center in 2016. For the past 4 years, there have been many book lovers who come to adopt these books and make a donation of any amount, which will be used to support the Tzu Chi Dialysis Center.
有一本书我还蛮喜欢的，所以就找一下。
I came here early because there is a book I like. It is called Secrets of Life. Usually, I would come here if there is a book I want. Sometimes they get taken very fast. Maybe by the time I get here, someone else already claimed the book. Therefore, I came here very early today. I found it. It is here. Last month, I got a book that is as old as I am. You won't be able to find those books in the bookstore because they are too old. They are no longer being published. When I find them here, I'd tag them.
对，在这边看到的时候就直接领养回去。
Tzu Chi Book Adoption Center was established in 2016. As people claim a book, they will make a donation which will be used to support Tzu Chi Dialysis Center.
因为我们这个环保站，我们时常有拿东西来。有一次看到
People often bring recyclables to this recycling station. One time I saw someone tearing pages off of a book. The book was published in the 50s or 60s. This kind of book is in fact very valuable. I asked him, why are you tearing the book apart? He said the book is being recycled. If you are someone who really likes books, you'd feel very sad about it.
很喜欢书的人，你就会好像看到。
Sim Tzu Hao, who enjoys collecting books, got to know Tzu Chi volunteer Ellen Chan, who's also a book lover, at the recycling station. They work together and encourage Tzu Chi recycling volunteers, as well as members of the public who love books, to establish Tzu Chi Book Adoption Center.
所以这边开始的设备什么一切，我们就
In the beginning, Tzu Chi volunteers did most of the work, including providing the equipment. I worked as their support. For instance, we're open for 2.5 days a week now. When our volunteers cannot work a certain shift, we will come and support them.
时段的时候，我会出来做 backup。
Being deeply touched by the volunteers, Chong Li Feng, who's a security guard, also became a volunteer at the Book Adoption Center. His main job is to upload information of the Chinese books onto the internet so that people who are interested can come to claim the books.
They trust people and use the honor system here. We can take the books and make a donation of any amount. This is something new.
These book lovers established a platform for the members of the public and Tzu Chi volunteers to do good deeds. When the book lovers and Tzu Chi Foundation work together, they've created a ripple effect of great love.
As more people make use of the Tzu Chi Book Adoption Center, the volunteers are able to collect more second-hand books. Therefore, the volunteers bring the books to a market and schools for more people to adopt them.
We have a lot of books there. Many people bring their books over there after reading them. We recycle the books and look for people who want them.
On the third Sunday every month, Tzu Chi volunteer Ellen Chan and the volunteers from the TSN Book Adoption Center come here, hoping to find new owners for the books. Since 2001, the Penang Car Free Day was initiated in Penang. Every Sunday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., people can only walk or ride bikes on Beach Street. Since 2014, Project Occupying Beach Street was started. It allows tourists to tour around the ancient sites without cars. It also promotes healthy lifestyle and social activities through markets.
I found this book that looks interesting, therefore I want to take this book. What do I think about taking this second-hand book? I think it is very good because we can cherish the books and not waste them or discard them. It also gives other people chances to read books they haven't read.
I love books, therefore I hope there is a good platform for these books. Then I can introduce them to more people. This way there is a place for these second-hand books.
Besides going to the market, the Book Adoption Center volunteers also go to schools.
You can adopt these recycled books. You can make a donation of any amount. The amount of donation does not matter. The money will be used to help poor people.
This is the 15th school, Peishing Elementary School, where the volunteers have brought the books.
Originally, we wanted to give the books to them, but the principal refused. It's because they have a lot of books left behind by the students in the library. They don't know what to do with those books. He said that he could give us a time period during which the volunteers can bring their books and allow the students to adopt the ones they want.
In fact, this book is very valuable. Some people donated 1 ringgit for a book. If they really read them, they will gain much knowledge. While making a donation, they are helping the patients at the dialysis center. This is a good opportunity for them to learn to give of themselves.
After Cyclone Idai affected residents in Mozambique can only stay in the tent area and sleep on the ground. Considering that the rainy season is coming in October and the floor will become wet, local Tzu Chi volunteers distributed the Jingsi multifunctional folding beds to those in need. Residents living in the tent area mostly sleep on the ground. Tzu Chi distributed the Jingsi multifunctional folding beds in hopes that everyone can sleep comfortably before the rain season of October.
Eu gosto de trabalhar.
I like to work with the volunteering spirit.
Só como alguém do staff, não é como voluntário.
I want to give all that I have and not just act like an employee.
Eu posso dar muito mais de mim. Eu posso não só fazer o trabalho
I'll
normal.
offer as much as I can like a volunteer.
Posso ajudar muitas outras pessoas com aquilo que eu sei fazer.
Teresa walks slowly and seems weak. Two young volunteers have noticed and they help her to carry the items and walked her home.
I'm happy that everyone came to visit me. I'm very lucky to have all these friends. Thanks everyone for helping me.
Coming to Teresa's house, it's smelly and messy. Volunteers place a multifunctional folding bed for her, and it's the only furniture she has.
Por mim, eu estou muito feliz por ajudar a ela.
I'm very happy to help her. She has been through too much in her life, and now she has finally found some light. Thanks to Tzu Chi and Drama Master Zhen Yan, I'm a volunteer and I hope Tzu Chi can continue to care for this grandma.
Muito obrigado. Que continua sempre a apoiar nossas avós aqui.
Teresa lives alone and she's extremely touched by the young volunteer's kindness. Her son has left home and not gotten in contact with her.
Por mim, a partir de estar nessa empresa, Fundação Tzu Chi,
I feel very touched coming to Tzu Chi because I've done lots of things I never did before. I've learned a lot here and each one of us can truly help others. We shouldn't just think about ourselves. Actually, I live with my grandmother, so seeing her is like seeing my grandmother. I hope I can do more so I can learn more.
Gosto, quero trabalhar ainda muito mais para poder aprender muita coisa.
On the other side of the distribution venue, volunteers lead children to sing and learn humanistic culture.
I'm glad to see what you have offered to us and your companionship to us.
Children sing songs and reflect the local residents' feelings. They hope to forsake the past and keep on moving forward. The UN Civil Society Conference took place in Salt Lake City, bringing together Tzu Chi volunteers from Australia, Taiwan, and New Zealand. Before the event, visitors were made to Tzu Chi's many missions in medicine and education to learn more about how to help around the world.
Tzu Chi's regular distribution of fruits and vegetables in the United States began as a way to help the families of poor school children. Over the past few years, more immigrants have appeared on the U.S.-Mexico border who have come to collect supplies. In order to make the next generation's life better, they have left their homes to seek a better future.
My life is much better now. At the beginning, this change was much different than life in my country. I came at the beginning to let my children study English and give them a better future.
My life here has changed greatly. Children can get a good education, which was impossible in Honduras.
Refugees experience hard lives, which is something common around the world. The experience of U.S., Australian, and New Zealand volunteers is going to be shared at the UN conference in Salt Lake City, where many international groups will gather.
Every year, our country accepts many refugees. Tzu Chi in Australia also plans to implement programs for refugees and hopes to learn more from the rest of the world to build partnership.
Prior to the start of this big conference, visits were made to Tzu Chi's many missions in medicine and education to learn more about how to help those in need around the world.
With the emerging extreme weather of late, where summers are hot and long, it is important to keep cool without adding burden to the environment. Recently, urban areas are increasing their green zones, which can deflect the sun's rays as well as lower temperature in the city.
Listening to the babbling water, surrounded by green scenery, these plants are helpful in lowering the temperature in the summer. Would you believe I'm on the 24th floor of a high-rise building? Near 2,000 plants cover the exterior of this building here in Hsinchu. This green structure helps create a spiritual relaxing space amidst the concrete jungle. The crepe myrtle helps provide shade for the level above and giving those living in the city a chance to also enjoy nature.
Our green coverage is as high as 260%. What that means is if a plot of island is 3,305 square meters, then we are giving the city back 8,595 square meters of forest. If 300 buildings do this, then 200 hectares of forest can be found.
The garden with the pond and hill behind the building helps lessen the effects of extreme weather, turning the urban area into a sponge city.
This helps to store about 700 metric tons of water in the storage vault mechanism. The 10 to 20,000 plants and the overburden layer can hold an additional 400 metric tons of water. This in turn is about 1,100 metric tons of rainwater. If each building can store this much water during torrential rainfall, then being a sponge city is not a dream.
Besides green leaves and steam to help lower temperatures, the placement and design of window space according to the winds of the four seasons are important as well.
This type of half outdoor space is very suitable for Taiwan's rainy climate because when it rains, the windows can still open out and residents can breathe in fresh air. We can open the window opposite and the air can flow through the interior.
The ventilation shaft of this building helps bring some fresh air to the normally humid and exhaust-polluted underground parking. This green building is being hailed as a solution to curing the heated urban city, and this is also why Taiwan's 6 major city propers are encouraging constructing more green buildings.
The balcony can be up to 4 meters now, and with that, we can have a floorboard that a tree can be planted on. At the height of 6 meters, we will do this for every other floor, so the building exterior can look very dimensional.
Taichung City estimates if there are 200 new buildings each year that can go green, then the city would add about 20,000 trees each year, which is about the same amount of trees that 20 parks would offer. In Taipei City, massive amounts of trees have been planted at the Da'an Park and Ren'ai Road, helping to bring a bit of nature to the urban life. On Taipei's Ren'ai Road, one can see the divider is very wide as it is home to near 4,000 trees, which provides shade and lowers the temperature.
With heavy rainfall, the roots of the trees will absorb the excess water, acting like a big sponge. This way, flooding is prevented. The tree's photosynthesis can also help trap carbon dioxide, which reduces air pollution. The leaves also help catch some of the PM10, PM2.5, or raindrops as well.
As the trees line the roadway, the stability of the tree is a consideration, as well as when the roots grow, will it destroy the surface road? Wu Mengling says though the blackboard tree is fast growing, its trunk is not hard enough to withstand inclement weather. However, arborist Xie says picking the right tree for the streets is not an easy task.
The tree shape should have a sharp angle. If it's wide at the bottom and narrow on top, then when strong wind blows, it won't fall over as easily.
The urban forest can help absorb dust and lower temperatures. It seems to be an important element in response to the world's climate change.
To memorize the 9/21 earthquake 20 years ago, Tzu Chi volunteers built an exhibition hall at Mingquan Liaison Office, and it's officially opened on August 31st. We'll leave you with these images and thank you for joining us. Goodbye.